Well, friends of the world, Maldini, yesterday was the debut of both Joao Felix and Santi Gimenez in the same match, the Portuguese and the Mexican, at Milan. Milan won 3-1 against Roma, and I want to analyze the match. Above all, I want to focus on what the two of them did, because I think they both played really well. Joao Felix behind Santi Gimenez, some details about Santi Gimenez's mobility, what he can do at Milan, starting from Santi Gimenez, what can be expected from about Joao Felix at Milan, in a big club like Milan. They are both going to play in the Champions League, of course. Santi Gimenez was already playing it with Feyenoord this season. Not so much Joao Felix, but I think they both showed quite a bit yesterday. And also, I have more doubts about one than the other regarding what they can do this season. Both Santi Gimenez, like Joao Felix. Here we have both of them. I have to say quite a few things about the match, by the way. 2 goals from Tammy Abraham in the first half. Milan won 3-1, and that's one of the things we're going to analyze as well, of course. But especially what we're going to focus on is what both this man, Santi Gimenez, the Mexican who just arrived from Feyenoord, and Joao Felix, who continues moving from big club to big club, obviously just arrived from Chelsea. We're going to analyze both of them in depth. From Chelsea, let's analyze both of them in depth. All right, let's go.
Champions Leo. The players are going to come out over here. You can even feel like a Champions League player. Now, over here. How wonderful. How beautiful. It's just that the team should bring out their... This is a silly thing of mine, but I'm really a purist when it comes to this. Or very purist, however you want to call it. Here we have the Benfica flag. The corn flag.
All right, let's go. Friends of the world, Maldini. Will he silence a lot of critics? Joao Felix? Well, here it is. For now, when he scored the goal, which was a great goal, by the way, he's making this gesture for people to be quiet. Well, let's see if he silences critics or if they silence him. It's clear that Joao Felix is a footballer who, in recent times, since leaving Benfica for Atletico de Madrid in a multi-million-dollar transfer, hasn't lived up to expectations. That's the reality. He hasn't lived up to expectations. On the other hand, Santi Gimenez, coming from a league like the Dutch one, like Feyenoord, has scored a lot of goals. He's a player with a lot of mobility. It seems to me that right now, Santi Gimenez offers more reliability than Joao Felix, even though those players are completely different. I want us to look at several things. The first thing we're going to see, friends of the world, Maldini, is this is the play in which both of them participate, and it's the third goal for Milan. Both had already come on in the second half. Pass from Santi Gimenez and goal from Joao Felix. Good ball into space. Then Joao Felix finishes wonderfully. But here you have the perfect pass from Santi Gimenez and the finish from Joao Felix. Let's start by talking about Joao Felix, and then we'll talk about Santi Gimenez. Joao Felix was very involved. I have to say, he was very involved. Milan was winning. Once both of them came on, they logically ended up deciding the match. And now they're in the semi-finals of the Cup. But both were very involved. Let's start with Joao Felix. I was saying, let's look at the things Joao Felix did. And he did quite a few things well. Sometimes playing at the base of the midfield, close to the base of the midfield. This is a ball sent deep for Rafael Leao. From there, Joao Felix to Rafael Leao. Now let's talk about the Mexican, Santi Gimenez. Joao Felix tried to get involved a lot when he came on, and he managed to get involved a lot, and that's important. Of course, he's a player whose talent hasn't faded. His talent hasn't faded. Look at this play, how he comes to receive it from behind. It's a play that he starts from a position almost near the attacking midfielder, which is a position he can play in second striker, with quite a bit of freedom, drifting a little to the sides. But he wanted to receive the ball and wanted to participate constantly. Here we have Joao Felix. Clearly, look at how he comes to receive that ball. This is the goal I showed you earlier, playing higher up. I say he can play as a false. It's not more complicated, but yes, as a second striker, because Santi Gimenez should be the center forward, although he's also at a good level right now. Also, let's not forget that, and here we have another play. Look, receiving the ball, now yes, trying to receive it between the lines with Alex Gimenez, the Spanish player, by the way, spectacular. How is Alex Gimenez doing at Milan? What's coming in? Kyle Walker, who plays as a center-back, just got a job done by Joao Felix right between the lines. In this position is Santi Gimenez, higher up than Joao Felix. If we go to the Wisecout report, which I think it's definitely worth taking a look at, the Wisecout report, Friends of Mundo, Maldini, here you see it, gameplay. Just the second half, 30 actions, 21 successful. But above all, what stands out to me is his involvement. Look, he participated in practically all areas of the field. Actions near his own area, actions in midfield, and actions in the opponent's half in the final third, close to both sides. I liked it. I really liked Joao Felix's minutes. I have to say, I really liked Joao Felix's minutes. And I think this version of Joao Felix, if he can maintain it, because that's where the challenge lies, that's where the challenge lies, friends of Mundo Maldini, because we already know that Joao Felix, what he really struggles with is maintaining the level. I mean, he's a great player. That's not, I don't think anyone has any doubts. The question is whether he can maintain the competitive level, because practically no team has done it. He didn't do it at Atletico de Madrid. He didn't do it at Chelsea. And we'll see if he can do it at Milan. He didn't do it at Barca either. He didn't do it at Barca. That's for sure. He goes from big to big because he has the talent. For now, he still has the talent and the credit. Let's see if it lasts long. Let's see if it lasts long or not. The credit, but I already said, I really like Joao's minutes. Felix. And now let's analyze Santi Gimenez. Santi Gimenez is a forward. I expect a lot from him because he's a striker with goals, a lot of goals. He's really a number 9. He has to play as a 9. Morata has left for Turkish football, and we'll see how he performs at Milan. Not long ago, I made a video about a match he played, which was really good against Bayern Munich, where Feyenoord beat Bayern Munich. And at Milan, he takes a leap, a clear qualitative leap. But there's a detail about Santi Gimenez that I don't want to overlook. This is the moment, by the way, of his debut, Santi Gimenez's debut. And in this first match, I think he might have this tendency. He has a certain tendency to play close to the left side. Not sticking to the wing, but a certain tendency to play a little on the left. Here we have it. For example, Rafael brings the ball. Musa joins the attack, of course. And Santi Gimenez drifts a little to the left. Milan is a team that can play with midfielders who will reach the space. One of them has to be Reinders, who played more as a central midfielder yesterday. But, by the way, I think he's an amazing player. I think he's one of the most important players for Milan right now. And this could make Santi Gimenez, it's true that he sometimes drifts to the left side. That's something he does. And I think we're going to see him. Here we have it again, another play. Joao Felix inside Rafael Leao, who is going to receive. And even Rafael Leao, who is a left-wing player, because he's a left winger, Rafael Leao. That's the reality. Santi Gimenez moved a little closer. In other words, we're going to see him a bit closer to the left side and much less near the right side, although logically his position is that of a number 9. I have no doubt about that. Here we have another play. Joao Felix supporting the play, Alex Gimenez backing him up from behind, and Santi Gimenez playing on this left side with Musa making a run, because Musa is a good attacker. He's always been a good attacker, Yunus Musa. Musa making a run into the attack. If we dive into the Y Scout report on Santi Gimenez, by the way, we've seen this before, but look at how, also, in this case, Joao Felix was looking for a deep pass, either to Rafael Leao or to Santi Gimenez. I think they can form a really good little partnership. Both of them, I really believe that they can form a really good little partnership. I mentioned Reinders to you, by the way. Now we see another detail about Santi Gimenez, but look, this is the position where Reinders played yesterday. Reinders can play as a second striker, as an interior midfielder, in defense, in a 4-4-2 formation. At the top of the diamond, in both positions, behind and in front. Yesterday, he played at the base of the midfield, and he was really good. But he's a player who can score goals too. A player who, when he gets into the attack, can score. For me, he's essential in Milan. And here you have, once again, Joao Felix, even asking for the ball with this gesture, asking for the ball. He wanted to be involved a lot, all the time. And here we have, this time for sure, we have Santi Gimenez higher up. In other words, this backbone, Reinders, Joao Felix, Santi Gimenez, can it work? It may work. It can work in a 4-2-3-1 because Milan needs 2 wingers. One will be Rafael Leao and the other will see who it could be. It could be Christian Pulisic playing close to the wing, Jurgen Musa joining in. Here I play with Fofana in a double pivot along with Reinders. I was going to mention Santi Gimenez. It's true, obviously, that they played for only a few minutes. They didn't play a lot of minutes, but enough to start assessing them. He participated in 17 actions. Logically, quite a bit less than Joao Felix. But it's true that he provided the assist for Joao Felix's goal. And look here at what I was telling you. The actions, well, there's a tendency to play on the left. In fact, he won 4 actions, 3 of them quite close to the left wing, which is one of the ones I showed you earlier, and another one over here. In other words, let's see a Santi Gimenez. He's definitely going to have, I think he played a lot of minutes, obviously a lot of minutes. Here we have it, but with a tendency to play close to that side. That's what I think. Friends of Mundo Maldini. You follow us a lot in Mexico. The Mexican market, logically, is very Mundo Maldini. And I want to know your opinion on what he can do, Santi Gimenez. What can Santi Gimenez do at Milan? What can Joao Felix do? So far, the first match went really well for both of them. Goal by Joao Felix and an assist from Santi Gimenez. A hug, champions.